Hey guys, it's your boy Jehuty here, and we're continuing with the Season 4 changelog. Today we're going to talk about the old man himself, Heihachi Mishima. And let me tell you, this old man has received some really nice buffs. He's a real old beast right now. First up, his new move, which is a new extension of back 3. So it's back 3-2. So it's a high string, comes out of 14 frames, and it's plus 8 on hits. It's minus 1 on hits, so it's safe. Of course, it being a high, it's stuckable. However, you also get a full combo on counter hits if the last hit hits on counter, and that's really a nice addition. This move, together with the old back 3-3, which is also going to be mentioned again here, really brings some nice buffs to Heihachi's mix-up game and make him really a force to be reckoned with. Now let's get into the other stuff. First up is a nerf here, and so during Rage Art, what's happened here is decrease the distance between the character and the opponent when the move is blocked. So now that makes it easier for other characters to punish Heihachi after his Rage Art, because like he takes a small step back, right? So now it's easier for them to punish. A small nerf. Next up is 1+2, and what's happened here is that they've shortened the recovery time after the move hits by 2 frames. So that means Heihachi recovers 2 frames faster, and this will help his pressure game. And of course, what they've also done is they've changed the move on block. So if it was blocked, it used to be minus 12 frames, it's now minus 10. So it's not safe, but nonetheless it is, let me say, less riskier. So now we go further in with forward 4, really good tool for the Mishimas. And what's happened here is decrease the distance between the character and the opponent when the move is blocked. So that is another buff, because what happens is that the move leaves Heihachi a +4, and he can then easier pressure his opponent after it's blocked. Now let's get into the Raijin stance. So there are 2 moves here out of Raijin. Raijin is forward 3+4. That's how you do the stance, and the move here in question is during Raijin stance 1, and what they've done is they've increased the lower range of the attack. So even though it's a high, that would make it like more consistent. There's a kind of theme going on in Season 4, like more consistency. And the same also goes for during Raijin stance 2. They've also increased the lower range of this attack, so it's also been buffed in that regard. So next up is down back 2, also known in certain circles as Hashish. And what's happened here is it's been buffed in damage. It used to do 23, it now does 25 damage. But that's not just it, it also has its advantage changed on hits. It used to be +5 frames on hits, it's now +6 on frames. That's another buff to this move. And then there's one more buff, and that's reduced the strength of the pushback and made the move easier to land. So like you should get like little follow-ups after the move hits or connects easier, and that's definitely going to help Heihachi's pressure game. That's a buff all around. Now we have back 3, and there are 2 things which have happened here. Is they've changed this attack startup. It used to be between 14 and 16 frames, so now it's 14 to 15 frames. I think just that means that a tip range will no longer be 16, so it's a small buff. And of course, they've also changed the lower range of the attack, so that helps as well. Next up, we have the extension of it, back 3-3. So coupled with the move before, this move on the second hit is now delayed by 1 frame. So it doesn't sound like much, right? But if the new move is added into the mix-up, and you don't know if he's just doing back 3 by itself, you may want to like take your turn, but then you get clapped by this move because it's delayed by 1 frame. So that's a buff, definitely a buff. Now let's talk about back 4, because it's also received a nice change on counter hit. Yes, you just saw it, it's bruised now. So you can get a nice combo off of that nice buff for Heihachi. And now we have back 1+2. And what they've done here is that the move in itself, when it hits, it used to be +2 frames, and it's been buffed to +8 when it hits. That's a nice buff again, once again, for Heihachi. So what we have next is a move that's not listed. It's the Omen Thunder God Fist, also known as the perfect dragon uppercut. What you're seeing here is the dragon uppercut. However, what you have to imagine is that it's just forward, neutral, down, forward. There's no separate down input, and has to be frame perfect. Difficult move, so I can't really pull it off that well, but here they've made some really nice changes to this move. And what they've done now is that it has a crouch status. That means it goes underneath highs, and it's most probably also going to go under a few mids as well. So that's a nice buff for Heihachi. It's a difficult move to pull off, so it's nice to see people rewarded for executing that move. So now we have changes to the Hell Sweep extensions, the Hell Sweep neutral 4/4, and what's happened here is that on hit, the last hit used to be -5, it's now -3. So yeah, he actually recovers 2 frames faster. And on block, it's also been changed, and it used to be -16, so launch punishable by everybody more or less, and then it's now -14, so it's not launch punishable anymore, at least not for most characters, and that's a really big buff for Heihachi right there. And the last move in the list is While Rising 3/1+2, and this is his new move from season 3, and it was meant to be like a While Rising launcher, because normally people would have to crouch cancel electric, which was very difficult, and it was still difficult to combo off of this. Maybe not as difficult, but still difficult. So now they've changed the behavior on hits, so now it's far easier, as you can see by the animation, to now combo off of that. So that's like a really big buff for Heihachi. And yeah, that's it for Heihachi. Hope you liked the video. Of course, consider subscribing if you want more content from me. Leave a like if you liked it, leave a dislike if you didn't like it. Leave a comment with feedback, because that's very important for me. And this is your boy Jehuty, and I'll see you on the next one.